CEO Dave Calhoun paid a visit to Spirit AeroSystems today. His visit to Spirit follows a midair incident earlier this month where a door plug panel separated from the fuselage of a 737 MAX Alaska Airlines plane. Spirit says Calhoun toured the factory and met with a group of employees there. Today, Alaska Airlines said the company will begin closely supervising Boeing jets manufactured for the airline. The announcement comes just days after Boeing announced that it will become more transparent and also give airlines more oversight of its facilities. Alaska Airlines CEO has said that the company will enhance its own quality control of the company's aircraft on the Boeing production line.
Our quality and audit team began a thorough review of Boeing's production quality and control systems, including Boeing's production vendor oversight. They will partner with our maintenance team on the design of enhanced processes for our own quality control over aircraft at Boeing.
The Federal Aviation Administration is expanding its investigation into quality control for Boeing 737 MAX 9 planes. That was after that recent in-flight blowout of a door plug we just told you about earlier.